What is going on, you guys? I'm SuperRebel, and today I'm going to be talking about a few new things that I have spotted about Just Cause 3 from the brand new gameplay trailer that we received earlier, which is, by the way, playing in the background for you guys. Now, before I go any further into the video, if you guys didn't tune into yesterday's video, basically, I received a ton of awesome Just Cause 3 posters, as you guys can see on screen, and I'm going to be giving away 5 of them to you awesome rebels. Now, I've chosen the first winner today over on my Twitter page, which means I now got 4 posters left to give to some of you lucky awesome rebels. So if you want one, all you guys gotta do is like this video, comment your Twitter name in the comment section below, and follow me on Twitter, and over the next couple of weeks I will be choosing winners. But anyway, let's just jump right into the video. So I want to start off this video by talking about something that probably, I guess you could say, stood out the most to me in this gameplay trailer, and this includes this big ass cargo plane that we did see. Now, of course, this isn't the first time we've seen this, and by the way, if you guys are wondering, this is in fact the Burn It trailer, but it's like the behind the scenes of the Burn It trailer, if that makes sense. So it's more detailed and stuff like that. So we got to see a lot more of this stuff about the cargo plane, and now it makes sense why Rico basically blew it up in the Burn It trailer. Now, basically, as you can see, the cargo plane was flying over these buildings, and by the way, I just want to throw it out there, it looks absolutely massive. Like, just look at that size, it's absolutely crazy. But anyway, people jumped out of this cargo plane, and Rico's friends said, watch out, there are paratroopers. Now, I'm assuming para is just basically short for parachute troopers. I mean, it's sort of obvious, I guess, from what we can obviously see. People with parachutes, and they're the bad guys, and they're troopers, right? So that is what this is. Now, because we've never seen this before, it's got me basically asking the question, is this going to be something that we get on a specific heat level, or is it something sort of basic that maybe comes in like heat level 3 when you have like a helicopter and stuff like that on your back? Because, I mean, realistically, this looks like some really heavily armed people, right? Especially if they're jumping out of this big ass cargo plane. They mean business, right? So I don't know which heat level this is going to be. Let me know what you rebels think in the comment section below. But one thing that did kind of make me laugh was how the plane was so big and only like 3 or 4 people jumped out. I mean, that was kind of funny. But besides that, they do look pretty cool. So paratroopers, they are some pretty mean guys. I mean, that is what it looks like. Besides the guy that of course was killed by Rico in like the first 10 seconds. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Rico's friend. Loads of you guys were actually telling me about this on Twitter as well. His name of course does go by the name Mario. Now, this isn't the first time we have heard of this guy. He is basically like Rico's best friend, I guess you could say. And a lot of people are saying that he looks like Roland, who is, by the way, one of the directors over on the Just Cause 3 team, and I can kinda see the resemblance. So are we not being told something here? Is Mario secretly Roland? I don't know, but I mean, this does look really interesting. Just overall the whole mission, and at the end, how Rico tells him to basically like get out of here so he can be safe. So I definitely want to know more about this person overall, like what he has to offer, and just overall their relationship between, of course, him and Rico. Now, the next thing I spotted is something pretty basic, but I thought I'd just point it out anyway, and this is, of course, this sports car and kind of luxury vehicle at the same time. It looks like a high-class vehicle, but of course Rico just uses it as always as one big bullet like he does with every other vehicle. But I thought it's something worth pointing out, as we haven't yet seen this vehicle before, and it generally does look, like I said before, like a luxury vehicle and rich vehicle, if you will. Now, the second to last thing, and this is something that one of you rebels are actually complaining about, and that is about the wall explosion. Now, as you can see, Rico plants a C4 on the wall, and the wall basically explodes, but it kind of doesn't like crumble into pieces, if you know what I mean. And this is what, like I said a few seconds ago, one of you rebels were complaining about, how it just sort of disappeared super quick and how you more or less wanted to see it crumble. Now, don't forget guys, I mention this almost every single time, this game has not yet been completed. So with that said, I definitely don't think this is how it's going to be in the final game. And a good example actually to give you guys is, remember when we saw the bridge exploding for the first time ever, and when it fell into the water and there was no no splash effect. Loads of you rebels were complaining about that, and of course, like a couple of months later, we now know there are big splashes, right, when the bridge, of course, or whatever in this case actually, falls into the water. So that is basically sort of like a similar situation with the wall, if that makes sense. Now the final thing is actually the people on loudspeakers. Just listen to this. So I thought this was a nice little touch and something really cool. It's like one of those, I guess military guys, if you will, basically shouting out orders, you know, telling his people, look, we got Rico, we need to kill him. And you know, it's a massive alert, if you know what I mean. And it just makes your experience as, of course, Rico, the player in general, like, really cool. Like, it, I guess you could say, makes the moment a lot more tense and stuff like that. It's just a tiny feature, but trust me, like, when you are playing the game, I can guarantee you it's gonna make everything like a lot more awesome, and like I said a few seconds ago, a lot more intense as well, and I guess you could say fast paced, if you will. But anyway, that about wraps up this video. If you rebels spotted anything awesome in this trailer that I didn't necessarily mention in this video, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already for more Just Cause free content, and I will catch you guys in the next one. But till then, adios amigos.